Hey, this is Pajama Johnny with another fucking update on awesome shit that's going on. Um, yeah, so I work this new job is fucking weird, and I work with this kid. Like I get it. We all have ticks. We all have like I'm weird. I don't know. I get weird shit that I have to do all the time. But this kid, he doesn't talk, and he'll be working. So what he usually does is like pick the stove. So he'll be like moving stuff off the belt and putting it in place for people to load. And like it's not even every once in a while. It's like every 10 seconds. He'll move a couple boxes and then he'll just go like, oh. I've never, I've seen a ton of people with a ton of ticks that like just things that they just have to do. It just happens. It's not a mental disorder. It's not a your body just wants to do that. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do it justice, but to explain it, but that's what he does. He just like move a couple boxes and he'll just go. That's literally. It's not like he's stretching. It's not like he's like lifting his arm up to stretch. Be like, oh yeah, I'm getting a workout. Like no, he'll just go like this. Just throw his arm up like that. Like what the fuck? I've never. In my 31 years, I've never seen this. That's what it does, but it's the reason it's funny to me is because it's like it's, it's like it's like he's like I'm, I'm so fucking sick of this. Either that or he's asking a question or I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, that is pretty funny. And the other day, um, I had to do what that kid was doing, because they like move you around a lot. I'm not allowed to really like talk about my job. So I don't know what trouble I'd get in, but I'm I'm not really like we're not supposed to talk about our fucking employment. So anyway, at this job, which anybody who watched this knows where I work now, um, I had to do what that kid was doing. So I was like moving stuff from one place to another, just take it off the belt, you know. And so it was me and one other guy, some older guy, some like 60-year-old asshole, um, up at the top of the belt. And I noticed because I've worked on a line plenty of times. I noticed I was starting to get all of his stuff. Like he had like 1 through 8. I had 9 through 16. I'm at the end of the belt. All his stuff is coming down, and like I had like 5 different managers like try to explain to me all these different techniques and oh yeah, why don't you just if you get like a 5 or 6, just put it in the bin here and we'll get it up there later. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how about this guy does his fucking job? Why, why am I doing the work of 2 people? I left FedEx for this reason. I'm not. I'm one person. I'm doing the work of one person. It's like what the fuck. And then I even because this is what I do. I like we came back from lunch, wherever. I had a little heart to heart with him. I was like, listen, man, you know, I understand like there's a lot of packages coming down. If you could just try to keep yours with it, because he'd be like coming down to my end. He'd be like at like 10 or 11, picking up packages and putting them. Like what's going on with all your shit up there? What the fuck? What do you even? Do? I know what I'm doing. I don't just as long as you do your job, we're fine. What the? He's like helping me. You can't help me. you can't. You can't even do your own shit. What? I don't fucking know, man. But I had a little talk with him. I was like, look, we can make this work. Like, you don't want to be an asshole. You don't want to fucking you don't want to rail into somebody. You just want to like just get the point across. Just talk to them like, hey, you're missing all your packages. You can't do your job clearly. So I had that little heart to heart. I'm like, listen, man, if you're with me, I'm with you, man. Let's do it. What happened? The next, like, within the hour. It's the same fucking shit. And it got to a point where a manager had to actually work with me because, and it's like, why don't you just go to him? You know, I'm made to feel like a fucking asshole. Why don't you go talk to him and tell him how to do his fucking job? I'm like, so you liking it so far? I was like, yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's an awesome fucking job. Like, and after years of working in all kinds of different places, you can tell these people. Like, you can tell them from a mile away. Like, this guy doesn't want to work here. Um, he's like, well, if I can just blend in, and it's like, yeah, there's two different meanings. Like, you blend in, like you do your, like that's what I'm trying to do. Like, you just do your work. But then, you know, when you have to do somebody else's work, you kind of get a little frustrated and stand out a little bit. And he's thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just like not really do anything, and you know, no, you're affecting other people, you dumb fuck. Are you serious? What are you doing? Better yet, what are you not doing? Come on, man. I fucking came here to work. I hate the commute. I don't even like the job much, to be honest, but it's a job, and I need a job, and I came here to work, and I've worked in this industry for almost 10 years. I know what I'm doing. They always like second guess you too, like they just like this is one of those places where like people treat you like you're a fucking idiot. You might know what you're doing. Like, so I was talking to this guy, and I was like, yeah, I worked for FedEx for about 6 years. He goes, oh wow, so you know all this shit, right? I was like, well, no, I know, like, I understand the operation, but I don't know how this company does it. It's going to be different. It's going to be different codes, different, you know, we're not looking at like addresses on a package. We're not, it's completely different. I have to learn that still. I get the gist of it. Like, I can jump into it, but that's about it. Uh, that's just how it is. Every fucking company's different. I'm glad I'm not on UPS anymore. Fuck it. Like, never again. Never. I had a dream that I went back to FedEx, and my old manager was still there, and he had a big white beard, like, you know, just like the timing, like oh, John came back to FedEx, like, and now this guy has amassed a large white beard. That's how long it's been. I was like, we got away with a lot of shit, man. And he goes, yep, we did. So that was fucking cool. I'm just ranting because I'm fucking like I don't even want to get into like the VTO shit because I could get in trouble for talking about that. Um, yeah, this job is fucking weird. It's like it's easy, it's nice, and it's nice how they break up the day. Like you basically work for 2 hours, get a 15-minute break, have a cigarette, whatever, listen to some talk radio in your car, um, and then you know you go back, you work about 2.5 hours, something like that. Get a lunch break, so you punch out for a half hour. And then you come back and you work for like 2.5 hours, and then you go home. So I like that. I like the way they break that up. At FedEx, it was like you had to fight to even go out and have a cigarette. What the fuck do you want me to do? I've been working here for like 4 hours now. Can I go have a cigarette? You don't give us breaks? That's because it's up to the company. The company decides. If those 15-minute breaks that you get, for anybody who hasn't like worked a lot of jobs in their lives, those 15-minute breaks that you get, that's up to the company to give them to you. You're not entitled to that. You're entitled to, well, at least in the state of Massachusetts. I don't know how it works in every other state. At least in the state of Massachusetts, after 6 hours, you're entitled to that half-hour lunch where you punch out. But those 15-minute breaks, because they're paid breaks, they don't have to give them to you. They don't. And FedEx took advantage of that, but eventually we changed that because there were enough of us that, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fight? You're gonna write up 30 people? Like, no, you're not. So that's what I call a real union, where you don't have to pay anything; you just get the rewards. But this place is kind of weird. It's different, but it's a job, and I'm happy to work there. Doing the best I can. I got a new knife. I'll do a knife expo. The next video I make, I promise, it'll be you'll see all of my knives, all my cool knives, and it'll be fucking awesome. I hope for like the 5 people who watch this. It should be fun. Yeah, that's about it. Just want to like fucking rant about work, because like this whole thing is going on now, and we're working 4 hours a night, or we're working 5 hours, or we're working the full 8, or what are we doing? And it's stressing me out, because it's stressing my parents out, because they're like, John, why are you coming home like halfway? I don't know. This is when I worked at UPS. Yeah, I used to like I'd go sleep in my car and just not even go to work because they didn't call. Like, so I just wouldn't go to work because I hated it that much. I don't hate this, but they're literally sending us home. Like, so what do you want me to do? I could go sleep in my car for 5 hours. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I have all this here. I got what, like, it's like, this is this, you know? I don't know what to tell you. Oh, John quit his job. No, I didn't quit my job. They're sending me home early. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm gonna come home and lie in my bed. I'm not. I'm not sleeping in my fucking car to convince you that I worked for 8 hours when I didn't, and then that's 3 hours that I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna fucking come home and go. Business as usual. Whatever. Because it's not me. It's not me this time. They're fucking sending me home. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. Oh, God.